Κυρίες και κύριοι, καλησπέρα σας. Πριν την έναρξη της τελετής, κάνουμε έκκληση σε όλους σας να έχετε κλειστά τα κινητά σας. Επίσης, θα θέλαμε να σας παρακαλέσουμε να αποφύγετε οποιαδήποτε μετακίνηση στους μπροστινούς χώρους για να φωτογραφίσετε ή να βιντεοσκοπήσετε τους αποφύτους και τους βραβευθέντες. Μπορείτε να βγάλετε φωτογραφίες ή βίντεο μόνο από τη θέση που βρίσκεστε. Η θετική ανταπόκρισή σας στην παράκλησή μας θα βοηθήσει στην ομαλότερη διεξαγωγή της τελετής. Γι' αυτό ζητούμε την κατανόησή σας. Ευχαριστούμε.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to kindly remind you to switch off your mobile phones and to avoid moving from your seats to the front of the stage. You may take your photographs and videos from your seats. Thank you for your cooperation.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear students, you are kindly requested to please take your seats. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the commencement ceremony of European University Cyprus School of Medicine is now in session. Please remain at your seats for the class of 2025 of the School of Medicine processional. The graduates of the School of Medicine class of 2025 are now entering the ceremony arena led by the valedictorian who is holding the School of Medicine mace. The faculty and the platform party of the School of Medicine is now entering the ceremony arena with the commencement speaker, Professor Aaron Chihanover, and the president of the Cyprus Medical Association, clinical professor Petros Agathangelu, followed by the faculty members of the School of Medicine. The Senate is now entering the ceremony arena with the Dean of the School of Medicine, Professor Elizabeth Johnson, the Dean of the School of Business Administration, the Dean of Veterinary Medicine, the Vice Rector for Academic Affairs, and the Rector of European University Cyprus. Please be seated. Dr. Christoforos Hadjikyprianou, CEO and President of the European University Cyprus Council, Honorable Mr. Michalis Damianos, Minister of Health, on behalf of the President of the Republic of Cyprus, Honorable Dr. Marios Themistokleous, Deputy Minister of Health of Greece, distinguished guests, members of the Senate, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, dear students. Welcome to the Class of 2025 commencement ceremony of European University Cyprus School of Medicine. We are proud to have you with us as we confer the degree of Doctor of Medicine to our graduates. I would like to invite Dean Elizabeth Johnson for a short welcome address.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, our extraordinary students, graduates of the class of 25. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today to celebrate a moment of great consequence in the lives of our graduates. We're here to commemorate this special occasion, and we're truly honored to have with us our commencement speaker, Nobel laureate, Professor Aaron Shihanover. Now, all of the music, the processions, and the ceremonies surrounding us today are meant to mark this one single decisive moment, this great moment of transition in the lives of these medical graduates as they finally progress from medical student to medical doctor. Graduates, after 6 years of unrelenting dedication, resilience, and intellectual pursuit, you now have the honor and the immense responsibility of introducing yourselves to the world with these words: I am your doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, the members of this graduating class had to accomplish a great deal to arrive at this moment. But it's important to stress from the onset that these accomplishments are not just those of our graduates alone. Behind each and every one of our graduates is a story of family and friends, of parents who nourished and sacrificed, of those who supported and sustained them. Now, as we look back to those who played a role in getting us here today, we need to honor the administration, the council, the Senate of this great university who served us with constant source of guidance and pillars of support. On a personal note, I owe a special word of gratitude. The School of Medicine has been, and I believe will always be, the brainchild and the aspiration of the CEO and president of the council, Dr. Christoforos Hadjikyprianou, who has personally nurtured and fostered our school. But let us honor our faculty of our medical school who sit here before you on the stage and many among our audience. It was their responsibility to educate you, and they have worked hard to give you the skills and competencies so that you may practice the art of medicine. And of course, we should take a moment to thank those many members of our wonderful staff, the heart and soul of our school, who have worked so hard to make your time among us productive. Finally, your incredible journey could not have taken place without the efforts of the countless individuals of our Ministry of Health, our Ministry of Education, our clinical instructors and coordinators who collectively supported your medical education. We thank all of you. Graduates, take a moment and look back to that day when you first arrived to our medical school 6 years ago. Can you recall those first anxious moments, worried whether you would languish or thrive? When you first arrived, we challenged you to work hard, and you did. You devoted yourself to your studies. You created knowledge through research. You published papers. You participated in our global track clinical training, gaining clinical experience across continents, not only in Cyprus, but in the US, Germany, France, Iceland, Greece, Tanzania. In reality, you saved lives. You amazed us with your accomplishments. Many of you have received well-deserved accolades, and I'm very proud to say that several of you will graduate with honors this year. Today's ceremony also coincides with several important institutional milestones. This year, we celebrate the graduation of our first student from our Medical Sciences PhD program, a very proud moment in our expanding academic legacy. Our school's continued QS 5-star rating and our subject ranking in Times Higher Education and QS top universities are not just accolades. They're the result of a collected effort, your effort, and a reflection of our shared commitment to excellence in medical education, research, and clinical care. Graduates, today you are going to be hooded by your faculty, and this is to remind us that your mastery of medicine was made possible only with the continued guidance and support of your teachers and mentors. It signifies the knowledge that each of you have gained. To mark this transition from student to clinician, you will sign the Book of Graduates. Today, you will write the initials, MD, medical doctor, for the very first time in front of your teachers, your families, and friends who have stood by you throughout all of these challenging years. Today, you will also take the Hippocratic Oath, a great tradition led by clinical professor Petros Agathagellou, the president of the Cyprus Medical Association. When you take this oath, you will be bound to the professional commitments that bind all medical doctors. You will mark the beginning of your careers, your future. Now, as you go forward, I'd like to give you 3 final words of advice. Be passionate, be humble, and be compassionate. Let your passion guide you and lead you through your choices and your journey, but when you're doing so, be humble. Acknowledge that you don't know everything. And as we've said so many times, much of what you've learned will change or will be refuted or eclipsed with new knowledge. And my final word of advice is to be compassionate. The word compassion in Latin means to suffer with. While suffering may be inevitable, your new role will give you the opportunity to connect with your patients on a deeply human basis. Remember that you can heal even when you cannot cure by the simple act of being kind and of caring. So as you go forward, remember that you've chosen a profession that has great privilege. You are privileged to become an important part in the lives of your patients. And with that privilege comes great responsibility. Embrace that privilege, embrace that responsibility, and make a difference in the lives of others. Make us proud. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Dean Johnson. I would like to invite the rector, Professor Andreas Evstathiou, to the podium for a short welcome address.
Distinguished guests, dear colleagues, dear parents, relatives, and friends, most importantly, those of you who are graduating this evening. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of the School of Medicine of European University Cyprus. Graduates, your graduation is an event in which I hope you take great pride. Your parents, relatives, and friends are very proud of you, and you should know that European University Cyprus is very proud of your achievements as well. Your graduation day is a day you should celebrate, but also reflect a little. Perhaps think of what brought you to this university in the first place, and the work and sacrifices you have made to reach this ceremony today. You can also think of what your future may hold. I'm confident that the knowledge and skills you gain here will stand you in a very good stead, whatever you decide to do. Not just in your professional life, but also in all aspects, I hope, of your future life. Today, I would like to salute you on your success. You worked hard for 6 years for this momentous occasion. Congratulations. Our institution has come a long way since its founding more than 60 years ago. An ever-increasing number of our faculty and researchers collaborate with scientists in some of the finest universities in the world. Our professors also coordinate or participate in a number of prestigious projects which are funded by the European Commission, the Research and Innovation Foundation here in Cyprus, and numerous other funding agencies. I'm pleased to report several recent achievements of the university. This year, we achieved a new record in total enrollment, which exceeded 11,000 students on all of our campuses. EUC entered for the first time the prestigious Times Higher Education World University Rankings at the position 800 to 1,000 overall and 500 to 600 in medical and health. This year, we will top 600 peer-reviewed Scopus documents and 4 million in external research funding. We have embarked on an exciting journey with our 8 partners in the European Universities Alliance Sunrise. And we launched our School of Veterinary Medicine this year, which is housed in the recently completed addition to our Nicosia campus. An important part of our DNA is our passion for local and global engagement. One recent fine example of our ambition is the launch of our campus in Frankfurt, Germany, 2 years ago, where we began the offer of our program in medicine. It is a great honor that this is the first time a university based in Cyprus is offering programs of study outside the island. At the same time, we are delighted that this year we will have our first graduates at the International Digital Economy College we run in collaboration with Minjiang University in China. I would like to take this opportunity to also thank all of the academic, but also administrative staff for their hard work and commitment in supporting our students on their journey at European University Cyprus. Today is a day for you to enjoy as well. I'm sure everyone graduating here today is grateful for your support and the pivotal role you played in shaping yet another generation of graduates from our university. Dear graduates, as you graduate today, you have given yourself a fantastic platform for your future by completing your degree here. At the same time, you should feel very privileged that you attended classes from professors who are internationally renowned experts in their field and who, with their research, have made a significant contribution to medicine and humanity. Before I close, I would like to ask you to stay in touch with your university as active members of the Alumni Association, whose membership spreads across the globe. We need you to help us to continue to grow and achieve. And always remember that the doors of the university will always be open for you. I would like to warmly congratulate you for being one of the graduating class of 2025 from the School of Medicine of European University Cyprus. Enjoy your celebrations later this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rector Evstathiou. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the commencement address to the graduating class of medicine will be delivered by Nobel laureate Professor Aaron Cichanover. On behalf of the School of Medicine, it is a distinct honor to introduce this year's commencement speaker. Professor Cichanover is a distinguished biochemist and clinician who shared the 2004 Nobel Prize for Chemistry with Hershko and Rose for their discovery of the mechanisms by which the cells of most living organisms call unwanted proteins. Professor Cichanover received his medical degree from Hebrew University Hadassah Medical School and his doctorate from the Technion Israel Institute of Technology in Haifa. His postdoctoral work was at the Whitehead Institute at MIT. Professor Cichanover is currently a Technion Distinguished Research Professor in the Ruth and Bruce Rappaport Faculty of Medicine and Research Institute at the Technion. Among the many awards and prizes he has received are the 2000 Albert Lasker Award and the 2003 Israel Prize. Among many academies, Professor Cichanover is a member of the Israel Academy of Sciences and Humanities and the Academy of Sciences, the United States National Academy of Sciences. We are extraordinarily proud that Dr. Cichanover is an honorary professor of European University Cyprus School of Medicine. It is a sincere pleasure to invite Professor Aaron Cichanover to the podium to address the School of Medicine class of 2025.
Good evening, graduate students. In 1 hour, young doctors, not yet. You still have the bridge to cross. Good evening, their family members who enabled them to get to this point, to the faculty members who brought them to this point, dear guests, friends, and colleagues. I remember vividly this evening when I graduated medical school. I was under the illusion that this is a finish line. It took me some time to realize that this is a hair-thin finish line, but rather a very thick line of a beginning. It's a beginning of a residency, it's a beginning of a fellowship, it's a beginning of research, it's a beginning of a very big responsibility of taking care of people. If not curing them, then alleviate their suffering. This is the main responsibility that you are confronting. So you are finishing something small this evening, but beginning something big tomorrow morning. Medicine has undergone huge changes in recent decades, and mostly in the last decades. Wherever you look, the medicine that I studied has nothing to do with the medicines of nowadays, but nothing. Take imaging. I studied X-ray. There is no X-ray today. We are using MRI, functional MRI, CAT scan. We are using invasive imaging. Take diagnostics. We took blood pressure, which is important. We took blood for some simple test. We are using today DNA and RNA. We are using omics, proteomics, metabolomics, in order to identify exactly the diagnosis of the patient. When I was a surgeon, all cancer patients, breast cancer patients, were the same. Women came and complained on a tumor in the breast. Men came and complained on some difficulties in urination. They had prostate cancer, but that's it. There was one definition for cancer. This definition has gone forever. There is today breast cancer due to a mutation in the estrogen receptor. There is a breast cancer due to a mutation in the progesterone receptor. There is a mutation due to EGF receptor. Then there is triple negative, and more are behind the corner. These all reflect the development of science, of biomedical sciences. We now can take a piece of DNA of the patient and know exactly what's going on with the mutation. Accordingly, the drug development has changed in a big way. It took us billions of dollars and more than 10 years to introduce a drug to the market. Now, knowing the sequence of the virus, it took companies less than 10 months to develop a vaccination to COVID-19. And the same is happening in other drugs. We now can decipher the structure of a protein that is mutated in a hit of a keyboard by a program called AlphaFold, rather than spending years and years in the laboratory crystallizing this protein and understanding its structure, and then fitting a chemical, a small molecule, as a drug that will modulate its activity. Those days are gone. These developments have huge advantage. The advantage is that medicine is much more precise, much more accurate. The patient is suffering much less side effects, and mostly it is more efficient. We are hitting the target. We are not using mutilating procedure like mastectomy in order to remove a tumor. We can hit the mutation directly at the heart of the target. Yet, it has a price. It has a price in dollars because sectioning of the diseases. If beforehand there was one cancer of the breast, today we have 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. It slices the market of drug development, and companies don't like it, which makes drugs prices too high, which make medicine less accessible. Also, the knowledge that is required from the physician is much larger than the knowledge that was required when I graduated medical school. And these prices, what we have to pay for this development, are coming in between the physician and the patient. The physician is busy with the computer, looking for more information. He doesn't raise his eyes to look at the patient. And that's what exactly is missing. So I have but to reiterate what Dean Elizabeth Johnson has just told you. Remember, at the end of the day, you are treating patients. And I just want to give you a metaphor of the patient. Let's imagine Sunday evening here in Nicosia. A patient living with a family is invited for the next day, for Monday morning, for an examination at the physician's office because he complained on some abdominal pain. Nothing in particular, just few weeks of abdominal pain. And then he goes to the physician's office and he finds out within no time that he has pancreatic cancer, which is a deadly disease. At one moment, his world is flipped upside down. What about my work? What about my salary? What about the life of my family? What about myself? What I'm going to do? Remember, there is always a human being in front of you. The technology is just an assistant. It's not going to replace you as a human being. There will be more and more modern technologies that will make diagnosis and treatment much more easy. But at the end of the row, there will always be the sick patient who needs that you'll talk to him, that you'll tap on his shoulder, that you look in his eyes, that he will understand the language that you are talking, that he will understand his future, what is waiting for him behind the corner, what is waiting for his family. And if it's a genetic disease or a disease that is due to a mutation, like cancer, what is waiting for his children and grandchildren. So don't forget this very fundamental principle of medicine. And remember again the three attributes that Dean Johnson told you. Be passionate, be enthusiastic about what you do, be compassionate, be merciful, remember who is standing in front of you, and be humble, because the unknown much exceeds nowadays what we currently know about medicine. I wish you all the very best in your career. Wherever you are going to be, take good care of your patient, heal them, if not curing them. All the very best.
Thank you, Professor Chikanover, for those truly inspiring words to our graduating class. We are now going to recognize the valedictorian of the School of Medicine. I now call on the Vice Rector for Academic Affairs, Professor Loizo Simeou, to acknowledge our students' accomplishments.
Good evening. Academic Excellence Awards are given to students who are graduating with the highest grade point average from the school. The valedictorian of the School of Medicine, who is graduating from the 6-year program of medicine, a summa cum laude, is Miss Inga Maria Sakurti Soleim. Inga Maria Soleim is graduating with a 4 grade point average out of 4. This is among the highest ever achieved in the School of Medicine. The valedictorian, Miss Inga Maria Soleim, will receive an honorarium of 2,000 euros for her achievement. The honorarium is kindly offered by Energon Scientific. I now call the Rector of European University Cyprus, Professor Andreas Evstathiou, to present the Academic Excellence Award to Ms. Inga Maria Soleim.
We proudly invite Ms. Inga Maria Sakurti Soleim to the podium to give the valedictory address.
Thank you all very much. I am truly honored by this. Good evening, esteemed faculty, distinguished guests, beloved families, friends, and my fellow graduates. Tonight we gather here to celebrate a milestone that marks the culmination of years of relentless effort, sleepless nights, and unwavering determination. Today, we graduate as doctors. Standing here as your valedictorian, I am humbled, honored, and filled with gratitude to represent this class of individuals who have not shown only dedication and drive, but also kindness, compassion, and resilience through it all. Medical school is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And like any true marathon, there are moments where you feel unstoppable, and moments where you wonder if you can take another step. We have all hit that wall at some point, but we kept going. And thankfully, we did not run it alone. Medical school is not a solitary race. It is one that thrives on collaboration, support, and the collective strength of a community. And so we leaned on each other, our mentors, our families, the people handing us water at the sidelines, cheering us on when we could not see the finish line ourselves. And just as in a marathon, every step mattered. The early morning lectures, the long clinical hours, the quiet reflection after a patient encounter. It all brought us here to the finish line. Looking back, our path wasn't always straight, but marked by unexpected turns, none more defining than the COVID-19 pandemic. I will never forget how we entered lockdown on the day before our genetics midterm exam. While many of us were quietly relieved to have more time to study, there was uncertainty in the air. Suddenly, we were not just students learning about medicine. We were witnessing its limitations and its power in real time. Yet, we adapted, stayed connected, and kept learning. Along the way, our class evolved. We felt the absence of those who left and welcomed new friends who became part of our story. Through it all, we grew, not just as students and future doctors, but as people. As we celebrate tonight, let's also look forward. The world we enter as physicians is dynamic, constantly evolving, driven by innovations like artificial intelligence, precision medicine, and telemedicine. Yet, the heart of medicine remains the same. The human connection, a moment of listening, a space held for vulnerability. Medicine is both science and art, demanding empathy, adaptability, and a commitment to justice. In a world marked by inequality, may we as doctors strive to bridge those gaps, ensuring dignity for every patient. As Hippocrates said, wherever the art of medicine is loved, there is also a love of humanity. The road ahead, especially residency, will not be easy. Fatigue and doubt will challenge us. And in those moments, reconnect with the spark that drew you to medicine and let it guide you. Burnout is unfortunately common in medicine. So prioritize your well-being, check in with each other, ask for help and offer support. A kind word or shared laugh can mean more than we realize. So as we begin this next marathon, let's run with purpose and empathy. Medicine is not about being perfect. It is about being present, doing your best, and to never stop learning. Today is also a day of gratitude to all of you that have been our support system over the years. To our Dean, Professor Johnson, faculty members, and mentors, thank you for challenging us, believing in us, and for modeling the kind of physicians we hope to become. Families, friends, and loved ones, thank you for your sacrifices and support. This is your victory too. And to my dear son and the other youngsters that are here this evening, I want to inspire you to follow your dreams, work hard, and to believe in yourselves. I also would like to extend our gratitude to our class representatives, Andrea Sarantopoulos and Timo Fischer, who served as our class representatives throughout all 6 years. Thank you for your dedication and effort. And finally, to my fellow graduates, it has been an honor to learn and grow beside you. Thank you for your strength and kindness, for always having each other's backs. We have shared more than notes, coffee, and hospital shifts. We have shared dreams, doubts, tears, and laughter. And these moments were the heartbeats of our journey. As I look at you today, I see more than graduates. I see future clinicians, researchers, advocates, leaders, a vibrant bouquet of talent and dreams, ready to make a difference. I see my peers and friends, whom I am now proud to call my colleagues. Class of 2025, congratulations. Your hard work paid off. You're doctors now. Thank you all.
Thank you, Inga Maria Sugurti Solheim, and congratulations on your achievement. I now call the Vice Rector of Academic Affairs, Professor Loizos Simeou, for the conferral ceremony for the Doctor of Philosophy in Medical Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased and honored to present to you the candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Medical Sciences. I now call Dr. Angelos Kyriakou, our PhD candidate, for the conferral ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Angelos Kyriakou completed his dissertation entitled, "Does the treatment-related weight change predict the quality of life in patients with hyperthyroidism?" The PhD thesis was supervised by Dr. Panagiotis Ikonomidis, Associate Professor of Endocrinology. I now invite the Dean of the School of Medicine, Professor Elizabeth Johnson, to present the academic regalia, and Dr. Panagiotis Ikonomidis, the candidate supervisor, to hoot his student. I also ask the Rector, Professor Andreas Evstathiou, to confer the diploma of Doctor of Philosophy in Medical Sciences to Dr. Angelos Kyriakou. Upon recommendation of the School of Medicine and by authority of the Senate of European University Cyprus, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Medical Sciences with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations on earning European University Cyprus' highest academic degree, Dr. Angelos Kyriakou.
Thank you, Vice Rector Professor Simeou, Rector Professor Evstathiou, Dean Johnson, and Professor Ikonomidis. I now call on Dean Johnson to proceed with the investiture of hoods and conferment of degree ceremony for the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Graduates, please stand. Graduates, please proceed for the investiture of hoods and conferment ceremony. Distinguished guests, dear parents, ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased and honored to present to you the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Each graduate will be hooded by a faculty member. Wearing the green hood of medicine marks each graduate's completion of the requirements for the degree Doctor of Medicine. Following the investiture of their hood, each graduate will be conferred their degree by Dean Johnson and then will proceed to sign the School of Medicine Book of Graduates. Graduates of European University Cyprus School of Medicine 2025 who will receive the degree Medical Doctor. Inga Maria Sugurti Solheim, summa cum laude and valedictorian, will be hooded by Professor Anastasis Stefanou, Chair of the Research Committee. Sama Hisham Abu Hello. Zena Al-Dakak. Ahmed Jassim Al-Bunia. Alexios Alexakis will be hooded by Dr. Theodoros Litras, Chair of the Department of Medicine. Stephanie Marina Andreu. Paulina Antoniou. Μάριος Αντωνόπουλος. Nikolaos Apostolopoulos will be hooded by Dr. Stelios Kakoulis, Chair of the Clinical Training Committee. Emma Arifagic. Στυλιανός Αρβανιτάκης. Ιωάννης Αρβανίτης, summa cum laude. Liliana Asmar. Pouya Asadi Niazi will be hooded by Dr. Dimitris Papadopoulos, Program Coordinator. Θεόδωρος Βανταγκιώνης. Diana Weinhindner. Sofia Buziou. Konstantin Karl Chakos. Elisabeth Hala will be hooded by Dr. Konstantinos Lambropoulos, Vice Chair of the Department of Medicine. Achilleus Hadjiapostoulou. Λουκία Χριστίνα Χριστοφόρου. Αλέξανδρος Χρυσάνθου. Μαρίλια Κωνσταντίνου, magna cum laude. Hugo de Oliveira Ramos will be hooded by Dr. Panagiotis Ikonomidis. Αναστασία Δημητρίου. Ολυμπία Οικονόμου. Μαρία Ελευθεριάδου. Αλέξανδρος Ελευθερίου, magna cum laude. Lania Fayek, cum laude, will be hooded by Dr. Evi Farazi, co-coordinator of the PhD in Cancer Biology and Clinical Oncology. Δημήτριος Φακίτσας, cum laude. Κυριάκος Φιλίππου, magna cum laude. Timo Peter Fischer. Άγγελος Φωτάκης. Sofia Evgenia Frangouli will be hooded by Dr. Christina Kousparou. Magdalini Regina Frangouli. Maria Frangous. Maram Gad. Αλέξανδρος Γεωργίου. Inas Goti will be hooded by Dr. Karalambos Mikhailoudis. Αλέξανδρος Γκοτουχίδης. Μαλένα Άλμα Γκράου Ζιροντό. Leonard Hanen. Αριστοτέλης Χάσουλας. Rafaela Ioannou will be hooded by Dr. Andreas Larentzakis. Κωνσταντίνα Καλιμάνη. Χριστόφορος Κανελάκης. Μιχαήλ Καραγιάννης, Magna Cum Laude. Σταύρος Καρακαϊδός. Konstantinos Karavolias will be hooded by Dr. Aris Angouridis. Parisa Karimlou. Nikolaos Kartalis. Έλενα Κατρίτσι, Magna Cum Laude. Maria Katsenou, cum laude, will be hooded by Dr. Violeta Rafai, Coordinator of Master in Medical Education. Έμιλι Κελεπέση. Σοφία Κονδύλη, Magna Cum Laude. Ελένη Κωνσταντίνου.
be seated.
Areti Kondo Georgou will be hooded by Dr. Giorgos Georgiou. Αναστασία Κοντογιάννη. Ελευθερία Κοντοπούλου. Πασχαλίνα Κουλουμέντα. Αδαμαντία κρατημένου will be hooded by Dr. Αδαμάντιος Μιχαλινός. Άννα Κρυθαρίδου. Ευάγγελος Λιάσης, cum laude. Ιάσονας Λοϊζίδης. Στέργιος Λοΐζου. Dimitrios Limberopoulos will be hooded by Dr. Iva Tsvetanova, coordinator of the PhD in Medical Sciences. Anna Maina, magna cum laude. Chetsa Bongiwe Makamanzi. Konstantinos Marneros. Cristina Maschio cum laude. Christina Mastori Kurbani, magna cum laude, will be hooded by Dr. Konstantinos Ekmekzoglou. Filia Giovanna Mela, magna cum laude. Luna Maria Sol Meneguzzo. Alexandros Mourselas. Emily Ann Mitterstrand. Drosula Nicolaou will be hooded by Dr. Andreas Giallouris. Stefanos, sorry, apologies. Negin Norouzi Sedek. Στέφανος Νταφόπουλος. Χάρης Παπαδόπουλος, cum laude. Δήμητρα Παπαγγελόπουλος. Marianthi Papoutsa will be hooded by Dr. Michalis Zenios. Ιωάννα Παπά. Έλενα Πατσαλίδου. Νικολέτσα Πηλίδη. Κωνσταντίνος Φιλίππου, Magna Cum Laude. Savina Policarpou will be hooded by Dr. Victoria Polidorou. Μαρία Γεωργία Πουρναρά. Νατάλια Βικτόρια Έριν Πράτ. Ναπολέων Γεώργιος Ράγκος. Greg Rosenberg, cum laude. Iasonas Sandorinios will be hooded by Dr. Katerina Menelau. Andreas Sarandopoulos, Magna Cum Laude. Εμμανουήλ Σφαγιανάκης, Cum Laude. Ρόι Σαρτούνι. Anna Siebert. Dimitras Kartadou will be hooded by Dr. Charalambos Philippou. Jacqueline Skouros. Charalambos Solomou. Anne Carolina Sophie Sommerfeld. Konstantinos Stasios. Photios Themistokleous will be hooded by Dr. Irene Kocher. Piera Travlou. Nancy Tsukala. Σπυρίδων Βασιλάκης. Δάφνη Βλαχάκου. Katerina Volokh will be hooded by Dr. Panagiotta Christodoulou. Nicholas Werner. Achaya Lili Yokarasa. Γεώργιος Ζαφυράκης. Last but not least, Nikolaos Ziogas, magna cum laude. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, our graduates will complete signing the medical book. In the meantime, let us prepare for the Hippocratic Oath ceremony. Clinical Professor Dr. Petros Agathangelu, President of the Cyprus Medical Association, will lead the Hippocratic Oath and swearing in of the class of 2025 of European University Cyprus School of Medicine graduates. Dr. Agathangelu, please come to the podium to lead the 2025 graduates in the Hippocratic Oath. Graduates, please stand to recite the Hippocratic Oath.
As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for the human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I will make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Congratulations and welcome to the medical community.
Class of 2025, apparently, and I have no doubt that you've waited a very long time to be called medical doctor. You're now equipped with one of the great degrees in medicine, and you've earned the support of a school that will stand by you throughout your future. And as you go forward, remember this: you're joining a growing and global family of EUC alumni, doctors, scientists, educators, and leaders, and you're now part of something much greater than yourself, a legacy of service, discovery, and healing. You carry with you not just a medical degree, but a symbol of trust. You're the hope of patients, the pride of this institution, and the future of medicine. I hereby confer the degree of medical doctor with all of the associated rights and privileges to all graduates named today. Now, congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Dean Johnson. Dear graduates, we extend to you our warm congratulations. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you are kindly requested to remain in your seats until the recessional is complete and the platform party and faculty have left. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 School of Medicine commencement ceremony has come to an end. We would like to thank Energon Scientific, who kindly sponsored the graduation party of the class of 2025. Thank you for joining us on this very special occasion. Please join us for a reception. Congratulations, graduates.